Okay, so after a couple of tries I have turned the camera around. Okay, so I have no motherboard here. Now I will be bringing the motherboard, and you guys will be thinking that what is the motherboard, and this is the motherboard we are going to review today. This is AM1M S2H. Okay, S2H AM1M, that is the AM1 platform. You can see if I hide that M, it says AM1. Okay, now you can see it is written over there, AMD AM1 platform. Now a brief history about this platform. I will be giving you a brief history, just a few minutes about that history. Now AM1 platform was released back in 2014, around April of 2014. Okay, so now you will find AM4 socket motherboards and also AM5 socket motherboards, but socket FS1B is almost obsolete and you won't be finding this motherboard anywhere. Okay, but I will be giving you an affiliate link in the description. From that website I have purchased a few things related to computer from that website. You can certainly check that website out, and you can certainly purchase from them. They are very reliable. So this is Gigabyte ultra durable. That is their trade, what is that called, that is their tagline of the product, lasting quality from Gigabyte. Okay, now this motherboard is good. Now what else do you get? You get ultra durable quality, ultra cool performance, ultra performance, lower RDS on MOSFETs. I will be explaining what is MOSFET, and also humidity protection during the rainy seasons, and also new glass fabric PCB. Now this motherboard was imported back in October 2015, and it costs around 3000. So if you purchase this motherboard now, standing in 2023, you will find it around around 4000 rupees or so. The prices has gone up. Now the seal is broken because I have used this motherboard already. It's an old motherboard. So what features do we get from this motherboard is also given here. You are getting audio noise guard, and also you're getting long lifespan solid capacitors for APU VRM. What is APU? APU means accelerated processing unit. So you are getting accelerated processing unit processors with this motherboard. This is the VRM section, the voltage regulating modules section, and I will be explaining what is the VRM section here as well. These are the solid capacitors which is given over here. Getting high temperature protection, lower RDS on MOSFET design. So your the components of this motherboard will be really cool, even in high humidity, during the rainy season, high temperatures. So you're getting two PS2 ports. I will be opening the motherboard and telling you about that. The D sub port, that is the VGA port here, and also you're getting the HDMI port. That is really interesting. So two back USB 3 ports, and also two USB 2 ports with a GBE LAN on, I think, 10 to 100 Gbps this LAN supports. And these are the audio input and output, HD audio, mind it. Okay, so on and off charge, if you give your phone a charge with this motherboard, if your power is on, then even if the computer is not running, your phone will be charging. Okay, so of course recyclable, made in China. I don't know why, but this is a Taiwanese brand. So let's open the motherboard, and with the motherboard you're getting this particular IO shield, that is the input output shield. Number one, keep it aside, and I don't know what this is, and I also got this with that, keep it aside. So this is the motherboard we are getting, and also you will be getting this CD, I think DVD, for the, this is my don't mind, this is my monitor's driver CD, and this is the motherboard driver CD. Okay, so you can download it from the Gigabyte website, and I will be telling you how you can download it. Of course I will tell you now, I won't be waiting. So you can see the version number over here. This is the version 1.1. This is the revision version. Okay, so revision version, when you're visiting that particular Gigabyte website, please mention this revision version, otherwise your motherboard won't be supporting those drivers. So of course mention that in the description of that particular website. So I will be opening the RAM. This is a RAM. I will be also giving you details about what kind of RAM is supported. Of course DDR3, but what will be the frequency of the RAM is really important. So the first thing that you can see over here, if I come down, this is designed in Type A. So if you see this particular section, this is called the audio section. So you're getting solid capacitors for audio. These are all the capacitors, and you're getting solid capacitors for the audio. This is the revision number which was written in that CD 1.1. And next you are getting PCIe X2. This is the second slot, and this is X1. And for the graphics card you are getting this PCIe X16 slot. Okay, this is for the graphics card. So this CMOS battery, I later on in 2021 I think I put this lithium battery on. So this is how you can open a lithium battery. Just push it and you'll get the battery out. Yeah, just like this. So we'll get the battery out like this. So this is the lithium battery, CR2032 lithium 3-volt battery. But I don't recommend this battery. Go with Panasonic or Duracell. This is a very cheap battery, rupees 10 in India, not even $1. So yeah, put it right back like that. Okay, so you're getting front audio ports over here. This is the front audio, and you're getting front USB 3, front USB 2, and front USB 1. Don't confuse it with front USB 3.0. This is the third. If you have 3 USB ports, so you can give it a try over here for the third, for the second, and for the first. This is not USB 3.0. okay. Now the next thing that you are getting is the LPT. I don't know what is LPT. Let me know in the comments if you know about it. So you're getting the front panel connectors, and these are the front panel connectors. I will make a separate video on this later on in the future about how to connect the front panel connectors properly inside the on the motherboard. I've seen many YouTubers post this video but do not explain the video properly. The next thing is, this is the chipset. So this is a heat sink on that chipset. This is the heat sink, so you can push it and also open it, but I'm not going to open it at the moment. But the biggest problem is only 2 SATA ports. It's a huge problem on this motherboard. Only 2 SATA ports. This is SATA 3, that is, you'll get the speed correctly. So 1 for hard disk and 1 for SSD, that will be fine. Okay, so the next thing that you are getting is the main BIOS. This is the M BIOS. You can see the M BIOS and the backup BIOS. If your main BIOS gets corrupted, you can still run the computer with the backup BIOS. That's why it is given. But the biggest question is why the backup BIOS is missing. You can let me know in the comments, why is it like that? I haven't found it for years now. So yeah, Foxconn branding. If I can properly focus this, you can see that yeah, Foxconn is written over here. So I don't know why Foxconn is written in each and every motherboard, whether I'm buying it from MSI or Gigabyte or ASRock or Asus. Foxconn is everywhere. It's a Chinese brand. So yeah, this is another port. I will be explaining the port this section, and let's come to the solid capacitors. So this is the solid capacitor over here. This is the 12-volt ATX connector, 12-volt ATX. You can see it is written over there, 12-volt ATX. And also you are getting capacitors for the RAM section. This is the RAM section, and you are also getting capacitors, all solid capacitors. And you can see it's been years this motherboard's capacitors hasn't got a single rust on them. This is a good quality motherboard, and this is the 24-pin connector with the SMPS that comes. And yeah, let's jump into the VRM section. Now the VRM section is this. These are the MOSFETs you can see over here. These are the capacitors over here as well for the VRM section, dedicated VRM section. But the VRM section is really weak. That is the reason why you cannot overclock in this motherboard. And you can see over here as well, these are some small capacitors given over here. This is the CPU fan connector. If I can open that, yeah, this is the CPU fan connector. So 1 2 3 4, and I have 3, so it will be going like this. Perfect. Now this is the CPU fan. What's written over here? It's 2015. So 1 unit. So how to open this? You just need to pull this like this, and also open it like this. This one is broken, this side, and I will just remove it from there if I can. Yeah, I can, and I will be holding this one right over here and also pulling it like this. Wait a second, the camera will be blank, and let's try. Yeah, you have heard the noise maybe. I've opened this fan. So what is the problem with this fan? The problem with this fan is that I've broken this one a long time ago. Don't worry, not now, a long time ago. So it used to have a heat sink here, that is the thermal paste over here. It's a very small kind of fan. It doesn't have much capacity, and this is the processor that you're getting with this particular motherboard. So when you are working on this motherboard, make sure you're not working like this. You should be working like this. Why? Because the cut you can see over here, the cut is aligned with this. You can see the two cuts, this is aligned. So when you are installing this processor on this motherboard for the first time, open this, you're getting the processor, and this is the socket. You see the diodes. For AMD, this is the pin grid array, that is the PGA socket, and these are all the diodes. For Intel, you will get the diodes right in the middle. So do not touch the processor with those pins. These are all pins. I haven't bent a single pin yet over the years. I've handled this beautifully so far. And what this processor is, this is a very weak processor, mind you. This is Sempron. You can see Sempron 2600. You won't get this processor very quickly in the market. This is a very rare processor that you will be getting. If I can focus my camera properly, yeah, Sempron 2600 series FS1B, and this is made in Malaysia, diffused in Germany, AMD 2012. Okay, so for the first time when you're installing this processor, make sure you take this motherboard in this angle and slightly take the processor like this, and you are done. Don't push it or don't rub it like this, because this is not Intel, this is AMD. So just take this one like this and you are done. So this is how you can install a processor on a motherboard. I have a short video on this as well, you can check that out as well. So yeah, this was the motherboard, and let's come to the ports here. So we get PS2, one for the keyboard and one for the mouse. We are getting this port as well. This is called the VGA port, or the D sub port. The speciality of this motherboard is this HDMI port. 2 USB 3. Now what is the difference between USB 2 and USB 3? USB 3, you are getting blue USBs and you are getting black USBs for USB 2. So this is USB 3 and this is USB 2, remember. Now, and this one is for the gigabit LAN, 10 to 100 Gbps, and you are getting this 3 audio ports rust. You can see the rust. I feel bad for this motherboard, really. It's dead. I really feel bad for it. It was a good motherboard. This was my first motherboard. So yeah, whatever. So this is the rust as well. So yeah, these are the audio ports you are getting with this motherboard. Yeah, so very simple motherboard, budget friendly as well. And please check the link in the description if you want to buy this motherboard from the website. And this is all I had for you all in this video. Like this video, share with others, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so for daily technological videos. Till then, goodbye and take care.